Hello and welcome to the transcription explanation of this design. And before I get into the letter-by-letter transcription using this key, I'm going to talk a bit about how this design is going to go on this kind of a canvas. So I had a big discussion with my commissioner about how to get these 6 names onto this skull in a way that intuitively kind of sort of makes sense for the name order, but mostly looks really cool in context on the skull. So anyway, I'm going to point out where these things are going to go. So this design is going to go kind of on the crown of the skull, around right here, and it's going to connect up with that little circle connecting here where it kind of narrows up, and then again to the big design, the big one here, kind of on the nose. And then these two are going to go on either side of the skull, so like this one's going to go here, and then this one, flip it to the other side, is going to go here. I considered putting these more on the jaw, but there's like a lot of stuff going on here, and then there was a lot of space that was going to be open, with these being pretty small on here. So anyway, let's go ahead and talk about the order. So, there is no real sentence structure in this. There's kind of like a thing here, and a central skewer here. So it was important that the names in the skewer were in order. So we have our first name, second name, third name, fourth name, and then fifth name, sixth name. So we have Verity, Johannes, Virgil, and that was me sight reading really fast just to point out the names. I'm trash at pronouncing names, but anyway, those are the spellings of the names and the order that we would maybe read them, which is first name, second name, third name, fourth name, fifth name, sixth name, keeping these guys in order, and then these two on the side, which, again, there is no sentence structure. If you were to read this in typical sentence structure, bottom counterclockwise, it'd be like here, 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 maybe, or maybe this sentence circle, this sentence circle, this sentence circle, this sentence circle, maybe. But anyway, since this is going to be a worn piece of art, it'll be pretty intuitive for showing your reader by just showing that top of the forehead, then pointing to the nose, then pointing to the one side of the face, and then the other side of the face. So just by moving this around, it should work out-ish to be intuitively read first name, second name, third name, fourth name, fifth name, sixth name. So anyway, let's go ahead and I pointed out real quick the letter by letter. Let's go ahead and explain why. So this script uses a combination of dots and lines on these 4 different stems to make our consonants, and vowels are a bit trickier. They're these smaller circles scattered all throughout here, and they have different positions depending upon what vowel they are and if they're attached on one of these 4 consonant stems. So if they're just by themselves on the word circle line, this is that word circle line here. An A is outside, an E, I, and U is all on the line of that word circle, and an O is towards the middle. And then it gets tricky when they're attached on the consonant stems here. So this is like an E by itself, just on the line of the word circle. Then we have a deep divot, which with no modifiers is a B, so this is a B, E. Then we have a circle inside the word circle, so that with no modifiers is a J, E. Shallow divot, no modifiers, that's a T with an E in it, and then a circle on the line of the word circle is a TH with an E in it. So if we were to read this as a word, bottom counterclockwise, it'd be the. So yeah, let's go ahead and look at this first name. This shallow divot, so we're in this row, has one line, this little curvy boy here, and it is a V because it's got that one line here. Then we have a circle on the line of the word circle, which makes it an E. Little circles are vowels, so vowel here, then a vowel, vowel, vowel. Yay, vowels. Anyway, but anyway, on this word, we have this E. Then we have a shallow divot with 1, 2, 3 dots, making it an R, shallow divot, 3 dots. I, line going towards the middle. T, it's important that this line passes cleanly through because T's have no lines, and lines that end on it count. Lines that pass through it don't count. So this is a T. Then we have a circle on the line of the word circle, which is a Y because it's got 2 dots. So circle on the line of the word circle, 1, 2 dots, Y. So there's our Verity, and then we have our next name, bottom of the word circle. This thick line is our word circle. This thin line is kind of like a mini sentence circle I used to show that this A is part of this word, and this A is part of this word, because otherwise these would be kind of hard to tell if this A goes here or if this A goes here. Anyway, so here we have a J, because none of these lines end on it. Then we have an O, because it's a small circle, and it is like a bead on a string on that J stem, so anywhere on here would be an O. So J-O, and then we have a deep divot in this thin line, and that thin line ends on it, so that's 2 lines, so H. Then we have the A outside the word circle, like that. Continuing around, we have a double line, and a double line is a double letter. And since they're the same thickness, it's the same letter twice. So this is a double N because there's one line ending on it. So double N, E, and then we have a shallow divot, 1, 2, 3, 3 lines, making that an S. So Johannes, so Jonas. And then we have this A, part of this word, bottom of the word circle here. D, then we have an A, 3 dots on a deep divot, it's a D. Then we have that A, because it's outside the word circle, but still closer to that word circle than this word circle. This is kind of in a tricky spot here. So if we follow the line of the word circle, it kind of brushes the top right there, and the A is centered outside that word circle. If it were an E, it would be inside it. If it were right on that line, it would be hard to tell if it were an A or an E, because it would be right at that mixed point. So like here we have an A outside the word circle, and then here we have an E inside it. So if it was right on that line, it would be impossible to tell, but it's a little bit towards the outside, so this again is an A. So D, A, and then we have a circle inside the word circle with that thin line ending on it right there, so making it an N, a one line N, then an A, so Dana, D-A-N-A, or Donna, not sure, D-A-N-A, and then we have this last name here, bottom of the word circle. Here we have a circle inside the word circle, 1, 2, 3, so that would be an M, A. And even though the A's are lower than the consonant they're attached to, you always read the consonant first and then the vowel. So that's why you read this consonant before the A, this consonant before the A, this consonant before the A. Anyway, so M, A. We have shallow divot 1, 2, 3 dots, making that an R. Then this A is part of this word, so it's not here. And then a Y, 1, 2 on the Y, just like this Y. So Mary. So V-E-R, Verity. Johannes, Jonas. Sorry, I don't have the names memorized. Then Dana, Mary. And then we have this name, bottom of the word circle is here. And this shallow divot does overlap that bottom, so you read this one first. And it's got one line on it, so it's a V. Then we have an I line going towards the middle. R, 1, 2, 3 dots on that shallow divot. It's an R. Then we have a G, one line on a deep divot. Then we have an I line going towards the middle. Then we have this circle inside the word circle with 3 dots, so that would be an L. And all the lines pass through it, so Virgil. And then we have this last name, bottom of the word circle. Shallow divot, 1, 2, 3 lines, these thin ones at the ends, and that one in the middle. So S, H, thick line, thin one, and this one ends on the line from the S, so this is only 1, 2 lines on this H. If this third one did come through and connect here, it would be an F. But we need 1, 2 only, and exactly to make that an H, U, S, 1, 2, 3 lines, just like this S, 1, 2, 3 lines, and then another H, 1, 2 lines. So S, H, U, S, H, or shush. So anyway, that's this design. I think it's really pretty, and I think I really got a good kind of like Druidic but Gallifreyan vibe here. Like, I really like the way this looks, and these guys look pretty sweet too, and I think it'll look really cool on the skull, and I put in your chunky circle lines here. And the words themselves should be pretty readable for a typical scribe. The hardest part is in here, figuring out where the word circle is. But anyway, I think these like little divots on that center line add kind of like a new, unique, kind of woodsy, spiritual voodoo-ish type thing. Kind of like those Viking symbols, where this is kind of like a common motif that's like line with a like semicircle taken out of it. It's like on the like Viking art and stuff. But anyway, I'm really happy with this design, and I think it looks really cool, and I hope you like it. Bye.